Morning, this is cause number 2021-12872 in the interest of Madison Pollard. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Passionetta Pollard. I'm her mother.
And for the state?
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Gilbert Bedford Jr. Mr. Bedford was personally served on April 7th, 2021 at 10:36 a.m. at 12806 Drifting Winds Drive in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He did not file an answer, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he was given further notice of Zoom hearing. Certified mail return receipt requested. The expected delivery was this morning at 7:08 a.m. All right, we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state would like Alphonetta Pollard. Ms. Pollard, can you please state your full name for the record?
Passionetta Dion Pollard.
Ms. Pollard, who is Madison Simone Pollard?
She's my daughter.
What is her birth date?
12/7/2020.
How old is she?
She's 6 months.
And who is her father?
Gilbert Bedford.
And how do you know that Gilbert Bedford is her father?
He's the only person I've been dating.
And is there a possibility that anyone else could be Madison's father?
Not at all.
And were you married at the time Madison was conceived?
No, ma'am.
And are you requesting that this court establish a parent-child relationship between Gilbert Wayne Bedford Jr. and Madison Simone Pollard?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also requesting that this court name you and Mr. Bedford joint managing conservators?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're requesting that the court name you as the conservator with the right to designate the primary residence within Harris and contiguous counties, correct?
Yes.
And you're also requesting that that because of Madison's age, Mr. Pollard be given a modified possession schedule with 19 visits per phase, correct?
It's Mr. Bedford.
Yeah, Mr. Bedford. I'm
yes.
sorry, Mr. Bedford.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And how is Madison currently covered for her health insurance?
I pay for it through my job.
And are you requesting Mr. Bedford reimburse you for that?
No, ma'am.
And next, we're going to discuss the child support and the retroactive child support, and that is based on the minimum wage presumption, correct?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Bedford have any other children?
Yes, he does. He has 3 other children.
And you're requesting that the state order child support in the amount of $168 per month to begin on July 1st, 2021, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also requesting that a retroactive child support judgment be taken for the period of December 7th, 2020 through today's date, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that in the amount of $1,176 to be paid back at $67 per month beginning on the 1st of July, 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also requesting that Mr. Bedford be responsible for 50% of all uncovered medical expenses, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any safety concerns with your address and phone number being listed in this order?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. I mean, do you have any safety concerns with not Mr. Bedford, but with a third party, a
Oh,
Mr.
yes. With my son's father, yes.
Yeah, you have concerns with him having access to your phone number and address, correct?
Yes, I do.
And do
Now,
you feel
who
that
is this party?
he's not a part?
My. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm
Your Honor,
sorry.
it's Mr. Washington. It's a she has another child support order with a Mr. Washington, and she does not want her information to. It's not public in that order, and she does
Right.
not want it to be made public in
She
this
has
order.
another child by Mr. Washington. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
And do you feel that undue harm or harassment could come to you or your children if Mr. Washington was to be given access to your phone number and address information?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting that the
Wait. Okay. Why is that, ma'am?
When we were dating, it was very toxic, and it was a lot of threats, and I just don't want to put my children at risk.
Okay, so he had threatened you in the past. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so you feel that he might harass you if he knows what your address or phone number is, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Parker.
Okay, no problem. And you're also requesting that Mr. Bedford be responsible for all court costs as billed.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And you're requesting that this court grant this default order, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe this is in the best interest of Madison, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.